Alrighty, good morning, Periscope family. This is Sandy doing my morning real estate scope for the real live social live streaming. Forgive me for my fumbling. Social live streaming.tv. And I wanted to feature this article that my friend, by the way, and partner Lance, who's also a veteran, happy Veteran Day to all of you, shared with me, where he's talking about a broker who had discovered or has been featured on CNBC for using Periscope to show properties, open houses. So I wanted to feature this article real quick this morning to point out a few things and give kudos to the scoper. His name is Rick Hernandez, and he is a broker in, I believe he's in Manhattan, in New York City. I think one of the scopes I watched of his was him talking about a pretty nice sized brownstone in Harlem. And one of the things I wanted to point out about this article, and this is going to be a real quick scope, but what he was talking about in the article was that he didn't see anyone else that was doing it, and that's really odd to me. Not odd, but it's actually kind of cool that he's jumped on that real quick. But he didn't see other people doing it, and when he fired it up, he didn't have any followers. As you can see down here, he's saying he didn't have any followers, and no one knew him. And that when he fired it up, he had 100 followers in 48 hours. And so, that's pretty awesome. It should be encouraging to you if you're not scoping to do so. It's obvious that, the more people that are going to see your broadcasts, the better off you'll be in terms of making more, getting more listings and actually closing more deals. So again, I just wanted to feature that this morning with you and give you some ideas as to why you should be scoping. You can check out more of Rick's scopes. This is his actual Periscope.tv page that also includes, as most of you probably know, his Twitter handle. So you can follow him on Twitter. You can follow him on Periscope. And I would highly recommend that you check out his scopes. Again, he did some really good walkthroughs, did some really good information, and really did a good job at explaining the property. And so check out his scopes, follow him on Facebook. Wanted to again congratulate him. Also, if you don't know already, this is called Catch, where you can actually automate, because most people may or may not know that your scopes only last 24 hours. So he's creating an inventory, and what most of us are doing anyways, of our scopes. You can also use it for Meerkat. So you can go to his Catch account and look at any of his other scopes as well, and learn a few things from him. I'm sure that he's done a handful, as you can see here, of scopes. They're obviously of the New York area, but you can see there are 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. It seems to be his niche right there. But make it a point to scope if you're a realtor. If you're new to scoping, or you're just getting into it, looking for some tips and to figure out how to scope better, definitely click on the link that's in my profile, which will take you to our 10 tips that we offer for scopers, and that will help you with getting started with scoping using Periscope. And if you haven't realized it already, scoping is a term that we use to describe what we're doing at the time. It is obviously a term that we use for Periscope. So if you're not scoping, highly recommend that you do so. Again, you can go to the sociallivestream.tv that located on my link, and then you can download our 10 tips to help you get started with Periscope. All right, so happy Veterans Day again to everyone, and we look forward to your comments, feedback, and see you on the next scope. By the way, I'm going to try and interview Rick so that, and this is the main reason why I wanted to get on here, is I wanted to interview Rick, find out how he was able to get on his article published or get the exposure that he did, which is going to be really good for him locally, especially if he's, there was a couple of papers actually that featured this article, but that's good exposure locally when you're in the paper doing something new, especially if it's related to real estate. So I'm going to be trying to get Rick on as an interview. So stay tuned. Look forward to your participating in that. So if you're not following me, swipe right on iOS, swipe up on Android, and follow me so that you can look forward to that interview with Rick, who will be hopefully explaining how he's able to get that article or his information published or shared to the local papers, and actually nationwide paper is on MSNBC. I'm sorry, CNBC.